Hi, my name is Robin. I'm the co founder and CEO of TestZeus. And let me ask you a question. Do you know what is the Achilles heel of any QA lead, test lead, or a test manager? It's not bugs actually, it's reports. Just think about it. When you run one test case, when you run tens, hundreds, probably thousands of test cases on a complicated system like Salesforce, and some of your test cases have passed, some have failed, how do you actually report the right information for the business to move forward? Given that situation, we've built out Agentic Reports as part of TestZeus, where you can not only schedule, group, and send reports through various channels like email or Slack, you can also perform agentic analysis and see the summary of those reports, including commonality and prospective bugs in a quick snapshot. So thanks to our engineering team and Alan over here. Let's quickly jump in to see how you can run agentic reports in TestZeus.
Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today in this session we are going to learn about how reports work in TestZeus portal and what are different components in reports. So let's start our journey. So on the left hand panel you can see a reports tab. When you click on it, you can see a list of all the reports that have been run so far in for our profile. So if I want to know further details about the report, we can see first the status of the report, the name of the report, the test runs that have been covered in this report, whom it was modified by. So let's give you an example. So this is one of the morning routine tests that I performed recently. So we can see there was total 3 tests, out of which 1 passed and 2 failed and 0 were skipped. On the right side, you can see an overall consolidated test analysis, right? Uh, what was the AI analysis of the reports? What was the commonality, exploration paths and failures, bugs and main issues, and the recommended next steps. Now, if I want to know about individual test runs, so I will go to the test results tab. Here I can see a list of all the tests that were executions that have been covered inside this, and here I can see morning routine test. This is one field. Let's open it for the example. So we'll see the first status saying a brief summary. Why it failed. The JavaScript prompt dialog did not appear. Okay, what was the environment it was run in? What were the different steps that were performed and different artifacts that have been generated while performing this test? Now, if I want to know further details about this test, I can simply use this link and jump on this tab, which will land me over this test runs a specific page. For example, it was this particular test, right? Yes. So this is how we can see the status, the process, the test, the video playback, the artifacts, the various steps and timelines. Okay. Coming back to our reports. So here, yes, this is how it is done, right? Now, you will ask how I can prepare or initiate one report, right? So there are multiple ways. First of all, we can go to report scheduler. Here you can see I already have 3 schedules, right? So I can simply click on create new scheduler, give a sample name, let's say sample report demo, okay? And this field, test run name, it is the name of the, first of all, this field is there to help you provide a test pattern and the name of the test runs or executions that you want to prepare this report on to filter it down. For example, I'll use search keyword, one of the tests that I executed. Next comes is the timeline, right? Do you want to schedule it or do you want to get a report on historical test executions, right? So for the sake of the demo, let's start this timeline where I'll say, okay, give me all the reports from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. let's say, okay? Now, here we have filters like in and like for tags, data, and environment. So when I click on like, it's like I want to provide a name pattern of the tag. It will match to multiple tags based on the pattern. If I click on in, it will provide me a list of uh, all the tags that you want to select. It's multi-select. Okay, this is how you select. So for the sake of this demo, let's keep it simple and proceed further. Next section is notification configurations, right? If I want to provide a notification channel on which I want to get report updates, right, after it's done. So I can simply select it over here and save it. The moment I save it, I can see a record being generated in the schedules. It says a manual report in this time range. given the search keyword that I provided, right? If I go to reports, now I can see that sample report demo, it's in running phase, and it is currently covering one test execution. Now there's another way we can prepare report. It's like when you go to tests and you want to perform a bunch of tests. So let's say accessibility tests, product search, JS dialog tests, and so on. And I want to say trigger test. Now I'll say demo test report sample. Okay. And here also, I'll make sure to provide some notification configurations on which channel I want to receive the notifications after the executions are performed and reports are generated, right? Then I'll say trigger. So when you trigger, you can see it lands you on the test runs page where you can see all the tests that you selected are in execution phase and are running. If I go to reports tab, I can see the list of the report executions that has been created for those test executions. Okay. So uh, again, this is how we prepare notification. Sorry, this is how we prepare the report schedules. Now you might ask, how do I configure the notification channels, right? So if you go to settings tab, go to configurations, you can see a list of all the channels or configurations that you have provided, emails and webhooks and everything. You can either select one to update it, add an email address or something, or you can add some webhooks, or you can just leave it like that, or you can create a new configurations the way you want. So we have a construct of default channel as well. So here you can see whether you mark it as default or not. So what it does is, like when you select a report or prepare a report, there's a list of default channel that it should go, like it's completely optional, but it will appear by default. In case you might miss, you want to receive this notification here, right? Now you might ask how the notifications might look like. Okay, so I'll go to my mail. I'll open the recent mail from TestZeus reports. So here, so it says, hi, consolidated test analysis of my report. I can use this button to quickly jump on the TestZeus portal and see the updates, right? And it also provides me a test summary. And if you click on individual tests, you can simply go to test runs page for that particular test. Now we have two attachments over here. One is PDF and another is CSV. If you click the PDF, you can see the overall metrics for the report. Again, we have references over here so that you can jump to our portal and quickly view the results, right? This is the overall analysis of individual tests over here. So this is all how reports work in our TestZeus portal. So feel free to reach out to us in case of any doubts. We'll be more than happy to help you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Have a good day. Bye bye.
So, wasn't that awesome? It's as simple as clicking a few buttons, configuring the reports, and just running your tests. No complicated code, no complicated scheduling, or even writing scripts. So that is how you can run Agentic Reports in TestZeus. So get on with it and feel free to try us out at testzeus.com. See you soon. Bye bye.